Welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, where we explore all things books, business, and bullshit. My favorite bees. I'm your host, the fairy coin mother, Cinquanta Cox-Smith of www.cinquantacoxsmith.com. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, episode 202. I'm back. I have contemplated 3 different episodes, a few different topics, but at the moment I just didn't feel like recording. And I'm just really in this space of trying to figure out, how do I fit into the world? How does content creation fit into the world that I am creating for myself? What's important to me, right? All of these thoughts are just swirling in my head. I already suffer from anxiety. I overthink. I procrastinate. By the time things finally get out, it's normally a journey, right? It's normally a journey to the finished product. And that is just for me. I'm okay with things not being perfect when I put it out because, as always, there's a prototype. Things will evolve, things will change, things will get better. And big brands do the same thing. As far as like when they put out things, they do quality control, but then you get that feedback from the masses that was missed in that time frame of you guys doing your user testing. And this is so crazy because this is a part of work that I want to do. I love UX design and data and testing and things like that. It's so crazy that I almost look at my life like that. It's a one big user test and I'm consistently getting the feedback to make it better. I want to talk a little bit about sharing my life online, how things have changed, how I'm feeling about it, what has stopped me from doing a lot of things. So if you guys want to just hear my perspective, and I would love to hear yours. Let's chat about it online. I'm on Threads. Every now and then I'll share a thought. It's my same handle as Instagram. I haven't tweeted in a while, and I haven't uploaded a YouTube video, but I am slowly finding some inspiration, not a lot, but there's just so many other things that seem to be important. But I do understand that sometimes you guys need that inspiration, or the ones who have followed me for a long time, you guys love hearing my perspective. And I do understand that I could have been a motivation for a lot of people. And when I slow down, you have to look for someone else who's not as authentic as me. I get it. I'm so sorry. One thing that I hate, and I'm going to say hate, is when you get comfortable with your storytelling and you share little facts about yourself, things that have helped you get here, your struggles and frustrations, and now people sometimes get a highlight reel. You could have actively been going through something, but it did not look like it. And then when things pop off and you're successful, the struggles or the things you had to go through, people like to throw it back in your face when you succeed. They like to say, you wasn't acting like that when you was living in that little apartment, or you wasn't acting like that when you was driving that hoopty. And I do understand that these are things that people like to throw in your face because maybe they're not living the life that they want. Maybe they don't have any struggles. Maybe they're still struggling. We do not know. But that is one thing that I really hate. I just recently put on Threads. I learned early on in life that the same thing they praise you for is the same thing that they will try to condemn you for. Why are we like this? Why does that have to be something that gets regurgitated like you didn't live it? If you've never dealt with that, then you're probably not living your life out loud for the world to have an opinion on. Another thing I hate is the unwanted opinions that you do get when you aren't looking for advice. There's so many times that sometimes we get so thrusted into everyone's life because it's going on constantly, it's online, it's everywhere, that I want to comment. And then I said, girl, it ain't none of your business. Delete that shit. I find joy in feeling like as I start to type, I realize that there ain't that shit to do with me, and I delete it. Not everybody has gotten to that stage of life where they can shut the fuck up and not share their unwanted opinions on every single thing. Now, I'm gonna comment in the shade room because it's shady and it's messy, and I think it's all fun and games. I try my best not to tear nobody down, but I love the shade room comments because it's fun shade. So I play around in those comments. But any other person, it's more of uplifting, sending good vibes, or facts. And the biggest thing about me when it comes to sharing my life online and opening up myself to the speculation, or people wanting to count my pockets, or people creating fantasies, thoughts, scenarios, theories about me, is I'm an empath as well. So I take on so many people's emotions. So if you're in my comment section or you're feeling this way, I'm frustrated with you now. Your thoughts are my thoughts. Your opinions are mine. I have taken that all on, and I have thrown myself into a whirlwind of emotions. And it just does not end well for me because your pain can have nothing to do with me, but now I feel it. And I'm such an awkward person when it comes to sympathy. I'm not sure how to show it. Death, I do understand it. I had to understand it at a very early age. So it has come to the point of I feel it and then I move on. And it sounds harsh, but when you've had so many people that are close to you die at a young age, up until now, what else is there for me to do? I've seen it over and over again. And I always said this, everyone I love leaves me. And from the earliest age, it really started with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. I think I was in 2nd or 3rd grade when she passed. And that is probably the earliest memory of a funeral or of someone dying. That's just when I get those emotions moving, I withdraw from social things. That's just being socially on a line, socially in public or in private settings. I withdraw so I can recenter myself, my thoughts, and focus on me and my immediate family who needs me. And I need me. So I withdraw, and it's without explanation because why should I have to explain? Another thing I did, I stopped sharing my kids online because now my kids are older. They have friends who have dug up my old vlogs, and some have used it as a form of bullying or to consistently bring it up. And that is not fair to them. It got to the point where I had to ask my kids, would you like me to unlist our old vlogs on my YouTube channel? And it's fine if they watch the new content, maybe they'll learn something, maybe they'll show their parents, that's fine. But my kids are not interested in being in my public social media, social online life. And that's their prerogative. And I can't do anything about that. But I hate that it had to come to that it would get to a point where they are almost ashamed of what our family was able to create because y'all snotty-nosed, bald-headed ass kids want to use it as a form of bullying. It's so many moving parts to this. And one of the last things is, as my husband consistently climbs the ranks in the military, I didn't want to run the risk of ruining any chances of his career advances by anything that I might say. when it comes to like military issues, political things, I keep my mouth shut. Cultural, that's a different story, because I'm going to stand by, protect Black women, protect Black men, Black Lives Matter. I'm going to stand by that till the end, because that is my culture. And I'll be unapologetic in those things that I say. But he has been out for a position where they mention my YouTube channel. So I'm also at a place where I feel like I have to protect everyone around me. And my success sometimes has to be a little quieter. Another reason why I enjoy making my money organically, where I don't have to perform. But it counteracts with how I want to help people. The podcast helps because I can just talk, chat. You guys can listen in the car while you're doing work or whatever, and that's that. The YouTube channel helps because I don't always have to show my face, and I can give you guys step-by-step process on how to do something. So all of these things are different moving parts, but also scary parts of sharing my life online. And I want you guys to just give anyone who's been online for over 10 years grace, because 10 years ago, I was 26. My kids were young still. I have now 2 teenagers, a son that's going to graduate from high school next year, a daughter that's starting high school. I have been through the teenage years, and it has been rough. I have changed. My marriage has changed. Me as a person, as a woman, has changed. You have to give people grace, because the thoughts that we had 10 years ago, hell, even 20 years ago, are not the same. If you are growing, evolving, and changing your thoughts, then the problem is you, because now you're stuck in years of living the same. And I feel sorry for you. Now, if they online, still doing that same dumb shit consistently, still begging, still like not evolving or moving, or always finding themselves in a bind, yeah, they might need to give it up, because they obviously aren't evolving. They might be going backwards, but that's my opinion on that. And I just hope it gets better, but I just know that in this day and age, it's going to get worse. I do see a lot of people pulling back. I do see a lot of people talking about the burnout even more. We talk about this every couple of years, but eventually everyone will get tired of the dog and pony show. Not really, because I've been crazy since birth, but when I do that online, it's the same people who wrote in my yearbook that said, stay crazy, don't do nothing I won't do, stay crazy, stay fool, you silly, are the same ones who have a problem. That's my personality. I don't need the extra stuff to act a fool. That's just in my DNA, baby. You ain't met my mama yet? Or my family? You have no clue. We are some comedians, okay? But yeah, I just wanted to get this out. It was on my mind, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope it's 10 minutes, I don't know, but I think it's a mini, so we shall see.
Thank you so much for listening and subscribing to the Coins and Connections podcast. Don't forget to leave a review and join the conversation over on Facebook and Instagram using the hashtag Coins and Connections. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Cinquanta Cox-Smith and at Coins and Connections. You can shop all merch at www.coinsandconnections.com. I love you more than I love this podcast. Peace.